Hey, what's going on, TCA family? We are so excited. We have a dynamic duo, mother and daughter. We've got Sonya and Jocelyn here with us. They've been in the program for less than 90 days. They've already done 3 deals. They got 2 more flicks and flips going on. And then they just picked up another property off of a unique strategy that they did in the park. We'll talk about that here shortly.
Yeah, and they just closed the deal today. So
can we show that cash?
Go ahead and flash the cash. Flash
oh,
the
cash.
Yes. How does that feel?
Close that deal in 2 days, right?
Yes, 2 days.
Amazing. Close that deal. So we're excited to talk to them about that. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to this, go ahead and subscribe to our channels and hit the bell so that you can get notified of new videos that we post every week. And then, of course, if you want to get in on this fun, go ahead and apply at the link below the video. We're going to leave a link to apply to join the Trailer Cash Academy and join our family. We don't want to be the only one making Trailer Cash here, so we want you to join. So go ahead and hit that link below the video. So Sonya and Jocelyn, welcome to the channel. We are so excited to have you both here. How does it feel to close that deal today?
It was quite amazing. When she was like, okay, here you go.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yes. And then she called me and said, Mom, and I was on a conference call at work. She's like, and I had to text her back and say, can I talk to you later? So when I called her back, she's like, hi, Mom. I was like, did you close that deal? I'm like, yes. I was like, okay.
Sonya, I gotta know, just you being a mom, obviously your daughter's doing this full-time, you're working this part-time with her. How does it feel getting that call, knowing what she has to go through to get this deal done, actually closing it? Like, how do you feel as a mom watching your daughter do that?
You know, one of the big reason why we even started this program was I wanted to find a way to create generational wealth. And I wanted to find a way to help her to be successful and to see her really just hit the ground running and just fly. I'm just so proud of her, knowing that no matter where she is, she's going to be good because she has those tools within her to be successful. So it's a great feeling.
Yeah. No, that is amazing. And we love family businesses. So the fact that you guys are coming together, working together on this business and being so successful. You guys have only been in the program not even 90 days, working on your 5th deal, some fix and flip projects. You've done a lot of the strategies. So we're so excited about that. Can you tell us a little bit about the first 2 deals that you guys did? You know, I know you guys have been wholesaling mainly, but can you just give us a little bit of details about those?
Yeah, so the very first deal, we actually have a
Vince's home was our first.
Our very first deal was at Vince's home. We were driving for dollars, just like you recommended, and driving through parks. We found his sign in the window, and
no, we found a piece of paper. Okay, and first of all, nobody believed me that it was a for sale sign.
That's true,
because the other ones were like little registrations or leave it out back signs, and I was like, I'm telling you, reverse. That's a for sale sign.
You did.
They were like, no, and I was like, reverse. And it was just a piece of paper, 8x11. He just printed out that day and put it up right before we drove by. And I took a picture and we like called and spoke, and it was way too much money. Asking for way too much money. Yeah. And we were so excited. We did the inspection and he was kind of motivated. But he was so nice, and we're like, yeah, we'll list it, and like as he gets more motivated, he'll lower his price, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So what's going through your head? You guys are new, but you're presented this opportunity. Were you nervous on those first 2 deals, and what helped you continue forward?
Well, you know, we watched a ton of your videos, so we knew kind of what to say, and I love the Accelerator program that you have as far as the Facebook. We had lots of people that we could talk to. People were just so open and vulnerable, bumping their own heads, doing things wrong. And so often you learn more by doing things wrong than you do doing it right the first time. So we learned from them, we practiced.
We learned from us.
and we learned from each other too. I mean, legitimately, at the end of the day, we would say, okay.
Sit in the car out front of the house.
Yep. And we'd say, okay, what was good today? And what did we just totally mess up? And so we would learn from that and then go about it to do it better the next day.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. You guys are a good tag team there. If you guys are collaborating, learning from others, learning from yourselves. And I know we received an email from you guys maybe a few days ago saying, hey, you know, Jocelyn, you were saying, hey, you know, I'm going on this full time. we're, really trying to restructure this and get back to the basics and reset. And so we wanted to just kind of open this up to you guys. We wanted to kind of make this a coaching session for you guys. Any questions that you have, I know you have two fix and flips that have been kind of lingering there for a while. So any questions that you guys have related to that or anything else, we're an open book for you.
Yeah,
guys.
our main thing is let's move the needle forward. We want to get you guys to scaling your business. So how can we help your business grow?
Okay, so please help me convince my mom to do this. So I saw that Barry Grimes, that he had done the little pamphlet, the coupon book, where he put his mobile home advertisement in there for like 55 and up. And that's, they look in those. I want to do that for our 2 homes. It's about $200, but I'm just like, I would rather spend the $200 than pay that $690 lot rent again come January 1st, just to get it out there, because they're both going to be finished in less than a week. And I need help convincing her to do it.
I'm gonna let
Don't put me on the spot there.
no. Hey, that's a good question.
Really,
Really, because we used to have these same type of talks, but I'm gonna let you start it off.
Yeah. So usually, with the coupon books, what we've to be truthfully honest, we've never used that. We've never used a coupon. I know Barry has had success with it, so we can't give you firsthand like, hey, this is gonna work, this is not gonna work. But marketing is all about testing. And if it's $200, it might be, it's an investment, but if it works, if you're starting to get, good results from it, you'll know to do it again. So I would say test it. There's nothing wrong with putting a little bit of money behind it, testing it. And you might find that you get a lot of response from that. However, I would make sure that you're tracking the response. Most of the buyers that we work with are online. They're not necessarily looking in the books, but however, like you said, these are 55 and over communities. Sometimes they're like picking up those coupon books. So it's something you can definitely test out, but make sure you're tracking the results. So you're not just wasting each and every time.
Yeah, and that's one thing you have to be prepared to do. You have to be prepared to continue to invest in your business. Testing is gonna cost money. So embrace that. And then the second thing I wanted to say is that coupon book, obviously you notice other businesses, other companies in there. Don't be afraid to actually call those businesses and ask them like, hey, what's been your success rate with the coupon book to see if it's effective? If there's 20 people, 20 different companies in there and 19 of them are saying, nah, it hasn't been too successful for us. That's a lot of data right there.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay. That's
so I would just do as much research as you can, but it's nothing wrong with trying and testing things out.
And I'm not opposed to those. What I would thought I had more interest in doing is those direct mailers, because that's targeted to the actual owners of the properties.
Yeah, but this is to sell the homes that we have.
Yes.
I do want to bring more people in, but I want to sell what we have.
The ones we have. Yeah. Because we definitely had more learning with having these 2 homes. That was a big thing. I was like, whoa, let's get rid of these. You're right.
Yeah. Have you guys done the training with Mark in regards to the Facebook communities to attract buyers?
We have a Facebook community.
Yeah.
We have about 200 people right now in it. And I just got the almost finished pictures for one of our homes today, just so I could make those updated posts.
Okay. Perfect. Just making sure you have that good to go. And direct mail is going to be your friend. I know if you guys locked in with Coach Brandon in regards to the direct mail training, what were your thoughts on that, and how are you going to apply that in your business?
Yeah, so we created our website. So we actually have an official website. We have our EIN, so we're all good to go. So now we just have to create the actual letter and find a company to actually send those mailers out for us. So that's definitely part of our 2021 strategy.
That's part of your next week's strategy.
Yes. You see how we tag team?
That's literally, we talked about it yesterday. And she's like,
Yes.
I'm going to do direct mailers this week.
Yes.
And I have all of our inspections for this week.
That's what's going to take the business to the next level. That's how you're going to be able to scale it, because the low-hanging fruit is nice when you're talking to park managers, networking with other real estate professionals, putting out your direct response signs and things like that. But you want to be able to get leads while you sleep, and direct mail is going to change the game for you guys.
Yeah, and the great thing is that when you send them the letter, they hold on to it. Like, you could drive by, but as soon as you leave that park, your marketing's gone, but that letter just sits with them, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, and they'll still be calling you later on.
Yeah,
so it's definitely worth it.
We had a deal out in Phoenix once. We made $20,000 off of a home where an individual actually passed away, But when his nephew came in, he was cleaning up the home. He actually found our letter. The letter, he actually stuck it to the refrigerator. So he had it, called us, boom, made the deal happen. And then we wouldn't have done that if
Nice.
it wasn't for direct mail.
Yeah,
That
so
is beautiful.
you know, do the trainings that we have in the program. We can help you find the letter. We have a template for that for you guys, and we have a company that you can use that gives discounts on letters. So make sure you lock in with the community. We got you guys covered.
And while you
For
guys
sure.
are doing this to attract more buyers, continue to test using the basics with Facebook. Always continue testing. I know you guys are busy. I know Sonya, and you're in the field a lot as well. Eventually, as you guys start to scale up, we can bring in a virtual assistant that can do all the testing, handle all the messaging for you. So you're constantly getting buyers
Oh, I like
all
that.
day long. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
that'd be very, very good.
Yeah, one thing that we're setting up in our company for our accelerators is being able to get you a qualified VA doing all the processing for you, all the hiring, all the training. You guys just really just be ready to pay them, but they're already ready to get this done for you so they can take all this dirty work off your plate.
Yeah, they literally come in trained to go. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
get to work. You guys don't have to do any of that. So
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That'd be great.
Would love that.
Kind of stuck to my Facebook. I like to be unstuck.
I know. It's like I had bruises on my thumbs. I was like, oh, I have to let go of this thing.
That's what it is. It's like you have to do that to begin with. That's what you're doing
Yeah.
right now in that kind of like solopreneur seat. But we want to get
Right.
you away from those things that can be trained. We want to hire a VA to do those. So you can just do the things that you want to do, the things that you're best at.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
and I
true.
know you guys had mentioned that you've gone through a lot of different handyman on your
Yeah.
fix and flip projects. So can you go into some of the challenges you're facing on these flips? You know, is there any advice we could provide to you to kind of make this an easier process? Because it doesn't have to feel like that, but you know, there may be some things that you could do that can help streamline that process better.
So our first handyman thought was, we broke the mold because she thought she could trust him, and I was like, we can't
Yeah,
trust
we
these
thought we could
people.
trust the guy.
No, I know we. I never
Yeah.
thought we could trust him. Okay, I was like, no, he's contract by contract, like they said, and she's like, let's just give him the whole house. And I was
Oh,
like, "No."
yeah, that's true.
And then he was like, got upset because we needed check-ins because the house is an hour away. And we wanted pictures when he started and when he finished so we could verify his hours worked and what work was being done since it's so far. And he just was not okay with that. So then he literally like stormed out in the middle of the project and he's like, I will walk out on this job. And he sure did.
You did. Yeah, you legitimately did.
And it's okay that you guys went through that process. I want to know, what were your biggest learning lessons from that? Like, how are you guys going to move differently in the future?
We have not, the handyman that I manage, I do them contract by contract, one project at a time. Especially I manage our Pinellas Park house and my mom manages our Winter Haven house.
There we go.
Just because it's easier to manage one at a time. And the handyman I have on it now, he's amazing. He's so reliable. He just gets it done one thing at a time. And I told him, and I was like, don't do anything else other than what I told you.
Did you guys tweak something in your vetting process with him that you didn't do with the other handyman?
The first one, we got more pictures and asked for referrals and we verified them. And then also one of the guys that we did had, he had pictures, he was great, but then I don't believe they were his actual pictures because we had him put up drywall and I went to go look at it and it was so horrible. I had to have it taken down and redone. It was so horrible.
Mm.
So then we were like, well, we paid him 25%. And it was like, well, crap, like we're out of that money. And I was like, you can leave.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone through more handymen at the house that Jocelyn's is really handling versus the house that I've been handling. The guy that I do have on the house that I've been handling, he's he's a younger gentleman. He has less experience, but I decided because he had less experience, we would pay him a set amount based upon each one of the sections of the house. So it's grouped on, okay, so for the bathroom, I'll pay you $300 for putting in a new vanity and putting in laminate flooring. For the kitchen, I'll pay you another, I'll pay you another $350 for putting in the laminate in the entire house. If it takes you a week, if it takes you 2 weeks, your money, as far as how much you're going to make, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to go up anymore. And that ended up working for him because he has less experience, but he's willing to put in that sweat equity.
He has been.
And it's looking much, much better. But it's because I've had to send him YouTube videos of DIYs of how to fix drywall or how to fix the laminate. And so that's working. But I don't want to go through that again. I want to be able to find a handyman who knows what he or she is doing, that they will stay on time and stay on budget. And quite frankly, after this experience of 2 different
We're not getting another one.
we will
for a
not
few
be getting
months.
another fix and flip probably
If I
until
they give it to me for
July
$1, I'll
2021.
take it.
I was like,
$1.
Jesus, this is terrible. I remember the first video and you're like, oh, you're looking at the house. I'm like, oh man, we messed up.
I was gonna say, going through the handyman, you gotta go through that process. As much as it hurts, you have to go through it. You have to learn through it. You know,
Painful.
bringing the right handyman in, it just takes time. That vetting process, it just takes a lot of time. We always say, you know, fire fast, hire slow. However, I'm glad you guys got to this point because you said, hey, this is my last fix and flips. Like you guys said, fix and flips aren't bad if you get it for the right price. However, what we found is if you truly want to scale, you want to scale yourselves and be able to consistently hit 6 figures, we say focus on those no money strategies. You guys seem to be doing those fairly well. They're not bringing you a bunch of like pain and things like that. You guys love doing that better. So stick to what you know, stick to what you do best.
Get out.
Yeah, and the big thing there is, you know, it's good that you've gone through that process. You've gone through the worst of it. This is as worst, as bad as it's going to get because you guys are so much more knowledgeable now. You know how to speak to the handyman. You know what to look for when qualifying them. It's all about how you present yourself, and then they're going to kind of fall in line. So something that we had to learn, and even going into another fix and flip in the future, you'll know, okay, if it's this much repairs, this is how much money I want to make. And if the numbers don't match up, you'll find a new strategy.
On to the next one.
Yeah, you know how much time is going in. When we started really looking at the numbers, we were like, man, for every fix and flip that we do, we can be doing, you know, 3, 5,
2, 3,
so many more
of the wholesale.
I almost had, when I was working, I almost had to take a week off because our handyman fell through, and I was like, this has to get done. So I was gonna go and do it, and then I was able to find another handyman, and I was like, should have listened to Jay and Samara.
It's so true. Every time we bumped our heads, there was an opportunity for us to genuinely follow the blueprint that you gave us. So for anyone that's watching this video, don't try and break the mold. Just do what the program tells you to do.
And I'm handy. That's what I did for work before COVID. I know what to do. I can do it. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I could have secured like 5 sales in this time I spent doing this house.
But now you learn through it, you grow through it, and you guys are going to get better from here. What other questions do you guys have about your business? How can we continue to help you grow, bring you more clarity?
Well, I like that you shared with us as far as how to make sure that we're bringing in more leads so that we're having to pick up our phone to answer people that want to buy or want to sell. That's really what we want to build into our strategy for 2021, because we want our phones to be ringing as opposed to us out there grinding so much.
Yeah.
That's what
I would say, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I think some people are saying that because of winter that it's slowing down. Are you guys seeing that where you are? Because honestly, like I've gotten more calls now for some of our homes than in other months.
Yeah, no, typically in the wintertime, it does not slow down, especially you guys are in Florida. It's nice outside. It's not like you're in the snow and like Wisconsin or something like that. So the winter doesn't affect, the southern states as deeply, but from what we've seen, it really doesn't slow down much, maybe a little bit during the holidays because people kind of like to stay put at that time, but that doesn't mean you slow down. That's the big thing, is that a lot of people are like, oh, it's slowing down, so I'm going to just take some time off. It's the wrong mindset to have. You got to be consistent. You got to be persistent through the holidays. And even if it's a little bit slower for 2 weeks, don't freak out. It'll pick back up right after the holidays. So it's all about your consistency. You don't let the winter or the holidays slow you down, for sure.
So we talked about where you guys is kind of like bottlenecks are. It sounds like getting more and more buyers through your funnel. It sounds like just because you were bogged down with these fix and flips, it's preventing you from doing the testing and gathering more and more buyers. So we now know, hey, in the future, let's go ahead and just continue to focus on the no money strategies. until we are able to get some type of a VA in, then we can start to focus more and more on the fix and flips. We also talked about a marketing bottleneck you have. Sounds like you're still focused on the basics, the low hanging fruit, but now it's time to challenge yourselves to level up to direct mail. I would even say getting your website optimized if you don't have that yet already.
Yeah, we don't. Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's a
She's been bugging me to update the website.
Yes,
so
I have. See, I bug her
music to
too.
her ears.
You help me too. Help me. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, the
Awesome,
name of the
guys.
game is getting leads while you sleep. You know, we always continue to put out our marketing, our basic marketing, our boots to the ground marketing. But when you can get that thing automated and systemized and you don't have to fight for every lead, it makes your business grow a lot faster and life a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. Well,
We
we are.
actually got, I'm sorry,
Go
we
ahead.
got word of mouth. I forgot, I told you this earlier today, that a mobile home park near our other homes just sold. So tomorrow I'm going over there to that park because everything's gotta go.
So we can buy those homes and maybe take them to
Yeah.
another property. So we've got that extra opportunity to buy more homes to sell them somewhere else.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you guys. You said you picked up another opportunity, another home. You sold a home. How did you get this? We mentioned this earlier in the call. I wanted you guys to share that quick tip.
Yeah. So in our fix and flip, there we put one of our bandit signs. So it says, we buy and sell mobile homes. We actually put that bandit sign in the window of our fix and flip. And so it was in the window for like 3 or 4 days until the park manager came and said, hey, the only sign that you can really put in your window is a for sale. So we took it down. But during those 3 days, the neighbors, as they were walking their animals and just, going about their day, they saw the sign. And so one of them actually called and said, hey, we saw the sign, we have a house that's for sale. When we saw this sign, we thought you might be our saving grace, literally our saving grace, because they're facing eviction. They're over $5,500 in lawyer fees and back rent, and they only have until January to find a way to get out of that house. And so in speaking with them, I also called and spoke with the park manager and spoke with the park attorney to let them know, hey, we are here to add value to the park, to add value so that you don't have to worry about this. We'll take care of the rent. So we'd like to work at buying this home. And so if for anyone out there that hasn't put these bandit signs in the window, it's a great way to utilize a marketing that you've already paid for.
Oh yeah.
Repurposing.
Love that. That's a great tip. Even though you had to take it down after a few days.
I know, yeah.
Hey, you got a deal out of it.
You got a deal
That's
out of
just
it.
that
Right.
part. We'll go and try that in other parks.
Exactly.
Wow. Actually, it's in our Pinellas Park house.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. Well, we are so excited for you both and just all of the different investments and opportunities that you guys have coming up in the near future. Let's close these fix and flips out.
Can we see that cash again? Because the most recent deal you guys.
Oh, yes.
$3,000. Congratulations on that. Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations on closing that out too. And we're closing these fix and flips out. I know those have been a little bit of a headache for you guys, but you're learning a lot. And you're gonna close those out, and it's gonna feel, those ones are gonna feel even better.
Yeah,
They are. Yes. Get them off the books.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very happy to get them.
They look good. They look good, but I'll be glad when they look green.
Yeah.
They're not done yet. I've been staying up on the calculations for how much we're putting into it, and we're still set to make at least 7,000 on
Each.
Hey,
at
there we
least the
go.
Pinellas Park house.
Yeah.
14,000 in profit. So we're gonna just push
Yeah.
through. We're gonna get those done, and then we're gonna focus on where our strengths are, which sounds like those no money strategies. Just continue to scale that. Keep doing what works. Just keep going.
I have a question. So what would you say, because this is my first full week on full time, because last week we had a family emergency, so I had to leave to Jacksonville. So I'm back now, and this is like my first week of actually trying to do this full time. Like, what should I be doing every day?
Good question.
So a lot of your time should be going to revenue generating activities. So how can we find more deals? A majority of your time should be there. Obviously, you have these fix and flips going on, but the biggest thing is how can we continue to fill that pipeline? Because the more opportunities that you come across, the more opportunities that you can go give offers on and close. So a ton of your time should be there. But what I would encourage you to do is when you get, sometimes, we're working and we have to fit our time for our business outside of our work schedule. It still gives us some structure. When you're doing it full time and now you have all day, there's no structure. So So I would highly encourage you to start building a structured routine into your week and
Time boxing.
blocking out that time in your calendar. So take some time in the morning for yourself, building yourself up, doing your morning routine. But right after that, hit it hard, go and find these homes, do whatever you need to do to take that your business to the next level, and really block out time at night. Have a cutoff time for your business too, because if you don't do that, it's just like the business starts to run your life. So it's really about being really organized with your schedule.
Yeah, like Samara said, RGAs are so important. If you've got 100%, of your time, 80% of that time of work should be going to revenue generating activity. So make sure when you're time blocking, there's an app out there, Google Calendar, really, really good. It's really easy to time block your time. But like she said, start with getting some type of morning routine down. It can be, hey, I wake up, I make sure I give thanks. I make sure I get in a state of gratitude. I make sure I make my bed, take a shower, get some stretching in, get some exercise in, whatever that is. You take care of at least 3 to 4 controllables to make it so like, hey, I got some wins in the day, got some easy wins. Now I've got my work day. I can get into this. I'm focused. My momentum is very high. There's a book out there called Atomic Habits. So Atomic Habits is going to be a really good read for you right now.
Yeah. So treat it like a job. Don't let it consume your life. Make sure that okay, each day, set goals for the week. We do that on Sundays. We set goals for the week and we block it out on our calendar. How are we going to hit these goals? We break our goals down into smaller chunks and we schedule them into our calendar so that each week you can look back and say, okay, I either hit my goals or I didn't. But otherwise, time starts to just come
goes away.
Exactly.
And the last thing is making sure that you're keeping track of your key performance indicators. So we're talking about all these revenue generating activities that you're doing, but sometimes, emotions get in the way and it's like, this is working. I don't feel like this is working. I feel like this is working, but I don't really feel like this is working. When you are keeping track of those key performance indicators, you're able to say for every input I'm doing, what's the output? What's the results? So you're able to just focus on that. Maybe it's, hey, I made 20 calls to park managers. I sent out 100 emails to realtors. I put out, 40 signs. What's working? What is it? When you are keeping track of it with those KPIs, it's easy to make moves based off of data versus making moves based off of emotion.
Yeah. Okay.
That is perfect. That is a sweet spot. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And we provide you guys a sample KPI sheet. I don't know. I think in the
yes, we have it.
Call.
Talked about it in the call yesterday.
Make sure you guys are filling that out each and every week. What's your goal and what did you actually do? And let's see how this is impacting your business. Sometimes you're spending so much time in an area that's really not giving you a result. So it's like tracking that is the key, and it's going to help you, like Jay said, not feel so emotional on the ups and downs, because there will be some ups and downs, y'all. There's no way around that.
For real.
So does all that help? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Beautiful. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
On a scale 1 to 10, 1 being bad, 10 being great, what would you rate the coaching session part of this call?
10.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure that.
We need the boost.
Yes, that was wonderful. We truly need that.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
No problem.
We're so excited for you guys. And just know that we're going to help you guys scale this business even further. Just continue to do what you guys are doing. Like you said, follow the blueprint. Don't try to reinvent.
No deviation.
Yeah. we understand. We don't learn.
But make sure you bring your questions, your challenges, your problems to the coaching sessions, because that's where we can go. We've gone through a lot. We've gone through everything, but you need to have our coaches so we can give you our best solution, maybe perspective you weren't thinking about. So we're just excited for you guys. Keep hustling, keep doing what you're doing.
We will. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
And if you guys are interested again in getting started with the TCA, go ahead and apply at the link below. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, subscribe to us. We're going to continue to bring you more value each and every week.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you guys. And thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
See you later.